Krishna, Gauranga, 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 Nityananda, 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 Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, 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 Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, 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 Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gora Bhaktavinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gora Bhaktavinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gora Bhaktavinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Haribo, there Lalita, good morning. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gora Bhaktivinda, Nityananda Nityananda Gauranga, Sri Advaita Nityananda Gauranga, Gauranga, Shri Advaita, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Shri Advaita, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Shri Advaita, Nityananda, Gauranga, Shri Advaita, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Shri Advaita, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Shri Advaita Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga Shri Advaita Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga Shri Advaita Nityananda Gauranga Bluetooth. Shri The Bluetooth device is connected successfully. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Nityananda Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga Nityananda Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra. 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Is there anybody coming up or no? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Haribo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I think mute your microphone. It's a little bit of noise over there. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Nityananda, Gora Chandra, 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 Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna Rama Hare Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Okay, let's see here. This is Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter Adi Lila, chapter 4. The confidential reasons for the appearance of Lord Caitanya. And Jai Srila Prabhupada. Let's see. So the scriptures proclaim that Lord Krishna previously descended to take away the burden of the earth. This is text 7. To take away this burden, however, is not the work of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The maintainer, Lord Vishnu, is the one who protects the universe. But the time to lift the burden of the world mixed with the time for Lord Krishna's incarnation. When the complete Supreme Personality of Godhead descends, all other incarnations meet together within him. Text number 15 now. No, 14. Thus, killing the demons is but secondary work. I shall now speak of the main reason for the Lord's incarnations. The Lord's desire to appear was born from two reasons. The Lord wanted to taste the sweet essence of the mellows of love of God, and he wanted to propagate devotional service in the world on the platform of spontaneous attraction. Thus he is known as the supremely jubilant and as the most merciful of all. The Lord's desire to appear was born of two reasons. The Lord wanted to taste the sweet essence of the mellows of love of God, and he wanted to propagate devotional service in the world on the platform of spontaneous attraction. Oops. Yeah. See. So anyway, it's like I got some real hard realizations. Where I woke up this morning, and right on my timeline is this guy laughing like a madman, you know, over and over and over again with no explanation. Okay? No explanation, and that just really, I mean, this is Krishna showing me something. And basically, so the Lord's desire to appear was to taste the sweet essence of the mellows of the love of God. And there's consequences of that. Consequences are to taste these mellows, you're going to have ecstatic symptoms in the body. You're going to laugh like a madman. You're going to see like a madman. It appears mad to people. They don't do that in this world. Okay? You're going to cry. That's why at first the Lord appeared in Vrindavan and he sealed it up. He sealed that up because people would not understand. They didn't even understand this mood in Dwarka. They didn't get it. It's like when Uddhava was in Dwarka, they have love of Krishna there, but not to that extent. They've never, don't see their Lord in that mood there. Only in Vrindavan. See, that's why the Dham was sealed. So he just did that there with his devotees, and they're all crazy like you see the devotees here, and mad in ecstasy, like that. See? So anyway, the Lord's desire to appear was to come here and to give this publicly. But you notice we have books. You need a foundation for this ecstasy. Okay? So I wake up this morning and there's a guy laughing like a madman over and over and over again. And the public has no idea about ecstasy. And looking at this guy's nuts. So anyway, the Lord said, "Hey, you want it? Like, you see? Do you see? No foundation for this. It's like you're showcasing something that has no foundation for it. It looks totally. Lock that person up. Okay? No foundational. That's actually called sahaja. See, that's a kind of, you want to promote something that like that without any foundation. But you notice there's conclusiveness. That's why some people they need to understand the foundation of this. This is what this book is about. They're teaching about a foundation for this ecstatic worship and its beauty. So I think it's a good thing to do more of that, is to provide a foundation that this is a beautiful thing. We're doing something. I mean, I'm doing that a little bit. We've got to preach. You got to preach. So, maybe not throw these ecstatic things up there without any foundation. Like Johann, like totally like right off the bat, and all of us actually. I think we all just need to learn a lesson here because. People need a foundation. They need to understand why this is so good. Otherwise, it's pretty hard to take. So, for preaching purposes, so that's why I always get with Karuna when he does that. I get so pissed off because he just wants to just put up all these confidential things, and it backfires. I still got backlash on those pictures he posted from Belgium. Still, so many people, just putting up these kinds of things, just without any explanations. Just hey, this here it is. Here, look at this. So I think we've got to be a little intelligent also, and that's why this book is written. That's why this chapter is written. Talks about the Lord wanted to taste the sweet essence of the mellows. Talk about these mellows and stuff like that. Yeah. So anyway, I felt really embarrassed, personally, like wow, just over and over again, some guy laughing like a man. I never liked that on my YouTube thing, also. With no, so we need to give the Siddhanta also, and like I was told, somebody actually said, "Oh, you guys are just laughing." They don't have a strong enough foundation. They may leave our song. Oh, somebody says, "Oh, well, look at that, it's madness," and so people need to understand, like Guru Tattva and also Rasa Tattva. They sing why the Lord came here to give this. preach that these things. That's why nectar devotion is all about these kinds of mellows and what they do. So anyway, live and learn. Um, yeah. So let's see what else here. Yeah. See, so there's the word. See, this is the word, and the word matures into devotion. So you got to hear these words, the foundation of this, of what we're doing here. There's a philosophy. It's a science actually. It's a very science. See, it's something you can't jump. See, you can't. It's not about just showcasing the ecstasy without any science behind it. So that's why you see, you got to put the science. When you like my videos, don't just always just put ecstasies up there. Show up the preaching. The preaching. So many times I'm explaining these things. Should explain. Put the foundation up there so that people. Oh, there's a reason. See, it's got a reason. See, there. Otherwise, it looks like some. You ever see emotional people just they're all over the place. They got to go to a psychiatrist to get straightened out because there's no reason behind their emotions. Often, it's not meant to be that way. They're disconnected. See, it's got to be connected to sat. I mean, the chit is the knowledge about it, and the ananda. See, they go together. They go together. They have to see that if you're like Saint Paul said. Sometimes we're out of our minds for God. See this very intimate communion, and but it's also for people too if they understand it better. And sometimes we're in our right minds for you. Right means logical, scientific, clear. Show that there's a logic, there's a truth to this, a very important truth. There's a basis for it. See, a basis. See, there's the like ecstasy, and then there's a base for it to rest on. See, very important. See, so yeah, I mean, see videos. If somebody would have a brain and they would cut this part out, instead of just showcasing the ecstasy, and show this to people. I think this makes sense. Isn't it about making sense to God? There's a reason the Lord came here to give this ecstatic devotion. It's very beautiful, and that's the witness is, oh yeah, this has changed my life. It's given me a new kind of happiness, and let's see, like stuff like that. See more of that also. Um, so yeah, um, so the Lord's desire to appear was born of two reasons. It's so funny. See, two reasons. Reasonable. Makes sense, right? Reasons, two reasons. Yeah. The Lord wanted to taste the sweet essence of the mellows of love of God. See, he wanted to taste. What taste? What is this tasting about? You see, most people are not awakened, so they don't know what is this taste. Is it like tasting ice cream? Yeah, it's like tasting. You have to have your spiritual senses awakened, and that comes in association with devotees who are already tasters, right? Tasters of this bhakti. See, and that we have spiritual senses, and they get activated. Oh, sound is bad. Oh, let me find out why here. Okay, let me redo this here. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Well, all of us, we need to do that. I mean, I'm just talking about myself. Sound is okay there? Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. No, all of it. That's okay. That's great. I'm glad you do that. You do, actually. You do. You're probably better at it than me, you know. Yeah. So, he wanted to propagate devotional service in the world on the platform of spontaneous attraction. Thus, he is known as supremely jubilant and the most merciful of all. Yeah. So, I guess it's okay. Yeah. All right, let's chant a little bit here. I just, what are you glad about? That who did what? Nobody did anything. It's just, you know, Hare Krishna. Let's chant a little bit and see where it goes here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. What's going on here? Okay, let's see if that's working right. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. I think it's this fan. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama. What happened to Sham? Oh, there she is. Okay. Yeah, there you are. Okay, great. Okay. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Hari Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gora Bhaktavinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gora Bhaktavinda. I feel like my heart's going on purification today, man. I got a burning in there, and there's something going on, man. It's another deep cleaning today. So I may not be up to par here today. It's like processing. Gauranga. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Nityananda Nityananda Sri Krishna Caitanya 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 Nityananda Nityananda Sri Krishna Caitanya. All right, let's maybe read something a little bit. So nobody is coming up, huh? Oh well. Ah. So, text number 17. Lord Krishna thought, all the universe is filled with the conception of my majesty, but love weakened by that sense of majesty does not satisfy me. If one regards me as the Supreme Lord and himself as a subordinate, I do not become subservient to his love, nor can it control me. In whatever transcendental mellow my devotee worships me, I reciprocate with him. That is my natural behavior. Oh, there she is. You're back. Are you at the house? Where are you? No?
We are in the hospital, Guru Maharaj. I told you this morning.
Oh, okay. Still there. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
We are.
Yeah. Okay. You got any book there?
Now you are frozen. I better stay on Facebook. I'm with
Okay.
Yamuna there.
Yeah.
Here I have
Yeah.
bad connection.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
Stay on Facebook. Stay. That's okay. Stay on Facebook. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Read some Chaitanya Bhagavat here. Yeah, I find it's a little hard. My heart is like it feels like it's on fire, man. It's like I haven't felt this in a while. So it's actually it's always good. It's like this a purification, and it seems like a really deep one. And so when that's happening, it's hard for me. I just don't feel like it's like that. I'm in that process, so it's a little hard for me to do this stuff. But I'm trying it anyway. So hopefully it works out. I'll just read a little bit. See, yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of in that process. So I don't know. Maybe this will work out or not. Might have to go off for a while. Let this whew, go through it. Actually, I learned to look forward to these things. It's a purification. And burning up things, whatever's in there. Needs to be burned up. Could be picking up stuff also from what's going up in our sangha. The people going through stuff also. Um, could be some of that, but it's all good. Always is. Everything to do with the Lord and His devotional service is always good. All right, so I just pick a chapter. Nimai wanders through Navadweep. This is Adikanda, chapter 12. All glories to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Gaurasandar. All glories to the servants who eternally accompany the Supreme Lord. All glories to the servants who eternally accompany the Supreme Lord. Isn't that nice? Oh, that's not eternally accompany the Lord. Wouldn't that be nice? You know, you see, people we're always in the company of the Lord, but if you're not aware of it, it's like, I mean, it's like being alone. It's so nice to have the eternal company of the Lord. See, and that's why in devotional service, see, we get that company, especially in pure devotional service. That's the whole point that the Lord came here to. Oh, we get something else. Get a better connection, or yeah. See, the Lord came here to. He came here to give us that intimacy with Him, so that we can feel that the glory of that. Could and that's why the whole purpose of learning this devotional service was started with Jesus, and then Lord Caitanya makes it more clear. Oh yeah, we're here to have the company of God, to be aware of that, not unaware of that. That's where loneliness comes in. And then you look outside. You look. Oh, I need the company of this something out there external. See, the kingdom of God is within and at hand. See, we need that company of the Lord internally. It's so great. And devotional service, the way we do it, like hearing, chanting, remembering. See, this gives us the company of the Lord. We feel you begin to become aware of that. So we need a little help. You need the devotees that have that company. So, and then you got to understand when you get the company of the Lord, this is so intense and so wonderful that there are symptoms of having that company. It makes you look a little weird in this world. You're like a little bit like Narada Muni, laughing and crying and all kinds of choking up. It's extraordinary. There are these symptoms of that, having that company. This is see, most people don't have such a close relationship with the Lord. In Vrindavan they have the closest relationships there. Very close company of God in his form as Krishna. And so they get to feel what God feels inside, this raging, ecstatic happiness. They're that close. Yeah. Who eternally accompany the Lord. I just love that statement. That's a beautiful one. Nimai was fully engaged in performing his transcendental pastimes. As a scholar in Navadvip, always with a book in hand, he went about Navadvip challenging the scholars and teachers to debate on practically any subject matter. Yeah. See again, so the Lord looks. See, his pastimes are transcendental, even though he's acting like a scholar, like one of these proud scholars in Navadvip. And but these pastimes are transcendental because they're related to the spiritual potency. As above, so below. See, so we have the reflection of what is above here in the false ego representation. It's a false replica of the absolute truth. See? So the true scholars are those who become scholars by loving God. It's the best. It's ecstatic devotion. Those who have the intimate company of the Lord are the greatest scholars. That's why you see Haridas. He his scholarship was due to simply chanting the holy name. He didn't study anything formally. He was a Sudra type. He was born in a Muslim family. They're not qualified to learn the Vedas, according to scholars, the Brahmin types. But Lord Chaitanya called him a great scholar. Oh, Haridas, you're a great scholar. And Haridas said, what do you? I'm a great scholar. How am I a great scholar? All I do, I've just taken shelter of the holy name. Oh, well, that's why you're. See, the devotees who take shelter of the holy name become conclusive. See, they can relish the conclusive judgments of the scriptures. They can taste them. Hmm. Yeah. So is Amy around? Is she around here? Are you around there, Amy? In the background somewhere? Hmm. Lalita's trying for another one. Oh, Shamaguri. All right. There she is. Welcome there, Shamaguri. And yes. Good morning there, Maria. Lord Chaitanya, Lord Chaitanya. Okay. Yeah. Challenging the scholars and teachers to debate on practically any subject matter. But no one could meet his challenge. See? So, and that's a symptom. See, the Lord, if you have the Lord's potency, it's the same thing. It's kind of like Gohar. He's coming around, and always, John, you big scholars come away. It's the same kind of mood, isn't it? Challenging all these big wigs and all that. The Lord was doing that kind of stuff. See? So, why not now? Why not the same kind of thing? Challenge all these people. See, but the Lord's understanding is because he's God. He's got the devotional potency. See, the spirit. So that makes you really intelligent, and it's divinely intelligent. It's not the same kind of scholarship of studying superficially things that you don't understand deeply. See, we need the help. We need, you got to become like a superhero. As a spiritual superhero is somebody who has their other half. They're not like, people are weaklings in this world, right? Everybody, we all know how it is when you're attached to the Lord's Maya, right? The Maya makes you like unintelligent and weak. You bear, and stupid and and bewildered and jerked around by all the manipulators. Well, those who are a little snaky and crafty, you get confused by them and just all kinds of stuff. See? This is all because of our unawakened relationship with the Supreme Lord, which gives us strength. Gives us potency and power. And where you're like a king in this world. See, those the Lord wants to give that to people so we become spiritually strong. See, literally. See, that's the idea that the uncommon personality is somebody who just has their eternal relationship with God. I feel like I'm getting through this. Boy, this is fast. Just preach the glories of the Lord a little bit. get through anything. Yeah, he wants to give us this spiritual potency and power. And that's simply an awakened relationship with the Lord. To feel, oh, like, yeah, I have the company of God. This is so fantastic. It gives us real intelligence and real happiness and like boldness and lion likeness and softness. And you get everything God has becomes to be manifested in your body because the Lord is actually living there. You have his company. This is why Lord Chaitanya appeared, to give us that intimate company. Isn't that amazing, Shamagori? Intimate company with the Lord. Didn't that feel good? Do you feel like strengthened from that? When the Lord awakens and he gives you this love and he just, ooh, gives you an ooh life. Ah, ooh, man, this is, you have something to say, something important to say. You're something to preach in this world to all these weak people. People are weak because of Maya. They're attached to Maya. Maya makes you weak. And people don't know that. You see people on the street that are like homeless and drunks often. You know, they're weak and they're not meant to be. It's just because they're attached to Maya and the modes of ignorance. All people, there's so many, nice people, humble people. They don't have this knowledge, and they're just weak. You could see it, they just don't have the energy and they just live, in a without any real strength in this world. Okay? So this is, see, the Lord wants to save us by giving Himself His own, uh, His own personal association, His spiritual manifestation, which is the only real thing in this world. Everything else is like external, and it's just part of the modes of nature, very weakening. uh, it makes you, it kind of zombifies you in this world. You know, all the way up through the mode of goodness, it's still not real. See, the spiritual potency is real. Okay? That's why it's a bit hard to understand the devotees who are ecstatic because of being connected to the spiritual potency. It up levels even their feelings to the levels of those who are in spirit here. Thy will be done on earth as it is in spiritual world. See, that will, see, is the will is the Lord. He wants to be with his devotees. It's so ecstatic to be with him, his devotees. His devotees are so ecstatic being with him. That's the will of God in spirit. That will be done here now. The Lord wants, he's ordered that for Kali Yuga. Otherwise, it's going to hell, isn't it? Look at the world, man. It's being taken over now. It's becoming the world is being broken down, becoming like a communist, totalitarian, authoritarian regime. That's what the world is becoming. This, what we're doing is divine intervention because it doesn't have to be that way. Do you think the Lord God, that supreme God that is eternally powerful and happy and intelligent, wants his brothers and sisters to be slaves? I mean, his children, you could say, or actually brothers. He likes that brotherly and sisterly thing, very intimate, like family member type thing. Do you think he wants everybody to be slaves? All this stuff, this New World Order, this George Orwell thing, all this 1984, and this happening like this now, or everything like, I turned on the news today, and the Facebook Live. That's I find it fascinating how the Lord's Maya works. It just, I don't know. It's fascinating how he does this stuff. I mean, I turn on the news and it's all Trump, 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 and all against him. and it's all, and I didn't even ask these people to come on my timeline, but they all, they it just doesn't matter. It's a machine, they use it. Social media is a machine to whoever's in charge, like in the multi, there's persons in charge behind the scenes. The illusory potency is very sneaky, very tricky, and they got a plan, an action plan here for the world, and they're executing it. See, and so the world is slated for slavery, actually, unless there's some divine intervention. Yeah. I mean, I, if anybody is here this long and you start to feel purified, then you'll see the Lord will show you how He's working in this world, what He's doing through His Maya and why He's doing it. Basically, it's lack of intimate connection with knowing the Lord. This is called demoniac. Demons lack their faith in this communion and connection with God. They believe they are gods, and that is their desire to control the world. That is bewildered. See, and they always do a bad job. Everything gets destroyed. See, so that's the mode of ignorance and passion. It blinds you. See, it blinds you to the real will of God is that His children become happy. He wants intimate friendship with them. Not only like children, don't want to like that. Or oh Lord, that's okay. That's beautiful. But He wants this intimate companionship also. This will give us real life. This will help us love each other and not make slaves of one another. Put people into slavery stuff. This mentality. See, so anyway, this is a way to do it is sadhu sangha. If anybody wants out of that dystopian future that's ahead here, this is the only way is this relationship with God reestablished again. Whether you get it through like through Christ, Jesus Christ having some awakening there. Basically, that's what it's all about. With whether it comes through the Vaishnavas or Muslims or Christians, the main thing is to have this awakening of our personal relationship with that Supreme Lord again. Otherwise, we're in a perilous condition here. Yeah. And even like now, I mean, the world can go into this and everything, but like we're saved. You feel that if you're awakened, if you're really deeply into this and you realize, oh my God, I established my relationship with the Lord, and this is going to go on forever. Wow, the Lord eternally accompanies me. I accompany Him. We accompany. We're in each other's company. See, company. This is a company. Starts with two. Now look how many friends we got here. We're part of the company of the Lord. His company becomes like a troupe performing on the stage of the world. How you doing, Shamaguri? You not so good? You going through purification too?
Yes.
I think we all are. Hey man, it's all right. It's all right. I'm also, my heart is like on fire, going through stuff and things are happening. So hey, you know, but it's always, you see, I learned to look forward to this. I know, ooh, this is going to be great. This is something that's going to leave more room, and more revelation, and more realization. See, it becomes a lifestyle. I remember I was like what I'm feeling now. I used to go through this. I was in Mayapur going through this, and I would feel that. And other, in India, my heart burn and so, at times, just burn and this going through it and feeling a little bit weak, weakened by this. Like, like even today, I feel I don't think I can chant or give a class while I'm going, But it always turned out, that this was purification, and it's not bad. So, you know. You want to share? Why don't you share what's going on with you? You want to share something? What's happening?
No.
No, you don't want to share. No, you don't want to share. If you want to share it privately, you can share with privately too. Yeah. But anyway, this goes for every. We all going through these things at times. Okay, Ray Davies says, like a whale in the ocean, but not of the ocean, and has to come out of the ocean for air, sustainable life. The same way we need God to lift us up and out of this world. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. It's like I always like that picture of Gajendra, the crocodile in the world. See, the crocodile of the world was biting him and dragging him down. See, and he realized he was fighting this for I think years. This crocodile is in the water, so it's strong. See, Maya, it's in this world. The Maya is very strong in this world. It's pulling on Gajendra, but see, he had a relationship established from a previous life, and he remembered his. He was initiated, and he had this mantra: Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And so, see, that's devotional service. He started chanting that. And all of a sudden, the Lord came to his rescue and lifted him up so easily. So the Lord is always waiting for us. That's why initiation is so important in this world. We need our spiritual life initiated by a person whose spiritual life is initiated. Otherwise, you're just kind of practicing. You actually need a person that has the company of the Lord, and you can actually have confidence that they actually do, and the Lord does protect them. If He protects them, He'll protect you. You learn from that role model. Ultimately, a lot of Vaishnavas are still, they're not really protected by the Lord because they're not really, when I say Vaishnava, I mean a person who has the transcendental company of God. See, they've been lifted out of this condition of Maya, holding on to them here. See, and they just take shelter. Om Namo. They take shelter of devotional service. See, that's devotional service. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. See, he wasn't engaged in that. He was just fighting the Maya on his own. It's like everybody, by your own strength, right? And then he, from a past life, he remembered, oh, my that mantra. He started chanting, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And Vasudev came. Oh, you called me. Oh, thank you. I've been waiting for that. See, the Lord's waiting for us. That's why even on the level, you may not even have a transcendental attraction to the Lord yet, but you have this piety where you come to you, Lord. Hey, Lord, I'm broke, man. Can you help me out? And other things, oh, this is, usually think, oh, that's kind of low class, asking, you come to God to get money. But the Lord is saying, oh, no, he's one of the four types of what I consider pious because they're coming to me. That's going to develop. The same thing with the Vaides. Vaidhi Bhakta, okay, there's some distant relationship there, but they're meant to come closer. See, and so our preaching is here to say, yeah, but, come closer. It's really wonderful, man. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. You come closer. Look what you get, man. Very intimate, ecstatic feelings, and these feelings give you so much knowledge and protection and understanding and inspiration, and deliver you out of Maya forever. These ecstatic feelings. See, purify you, purify your own heart, purify the hearts of others. Yeah. All right. So let's see here. Oh, I was reading from the book. Yeah. Always with a book in hand, he went about Navadvip challenging all the scholars. The Lord was supposed to have reached only the study of grammar, yet he regarded acclaimed and titled scholars with disdain. See, acclaimed and titled scholars. That's the world. They believe, oh, this is a great scholar. See, and they get titles, right? Nice paper titles put on the wall, degrees, stuff like that. And the Lord, because he knows about devotion and devotional potency and everything, he thought, their knowledge is superficial. The Lord thinks only knowledge that is attained by bhakti is really valuable because that's deep. It's not superficial. It's not speculative. You get a clear understanding by that knowledge that comes from bhakti and devotion. See? So that's why you see this preaching is on this level. Is it's the same? I poo poo. Oh, if your knowledge, I don't care what kind of degree you have on your wall. Do you have knowledge? You have Vedanta that comes from bhakti. Are you a real bhakti Vedanta? Vedanta that comes from bhakti. Bhakti comes first, right? Bhakti comes first. If you have the mercy of Lord Caitanya, chapter 3, what's the first verse? Chapter 3 or 4. If you have the mercy of Lord Caitanya, then you can describe the true nature of Krishna according to the vision of the revealed scriptures. That mercy is this loving relationship, this ecstatic, awakened, loving relationship, intimate relationship with the Lord. That's the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. That's the mercy we're here to distribute, is the awakening of this attachment to the Krishna, Bhakti Lata Bish. See? And that gives you the devotional emotions. And from that, it clarifies like a window washer, just clarifies our vision. See, then we get the vision of revealed scriptures as it is and preach that and help people. What do you think there, Shamaguri? You have
Can you
something?
hear me?
Go ahead. Yeah, I
Can
hear
you
you.
hear
Yeah,
me?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, it works.
It worked. Great. What do you
What I
think?
did, but it works.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's your reaction?
I'm happy to hear and listening to you.
Okay, okay.
That's all.
That's all. Okay, good.
That's
All
all.
right. All right. So one day, quite unexpectedly, met Mukunda on the road. Catching him by the hand, the Lord demanded, "What is your reason for avoiding me and turning away when you see me? Today, let me today let me see how you escape without answering my questions." How am I going to defeat him today? Thought Mukunda. I know that he is well versed in grammar, so I will question him on alankar, figures of speech, and defeat him so thoroughly that he will never boast to me again. See, Mukunda didn't know he was God. That's why the Lord he wanted to. He likes to sport with his parts and parcels very intimately like this. And see, challenging the Lord. Look, can you imagine if Mukunda knew that he was God like that? He would never have had such an attitude. Oh, this is the Lord. Wow, I got to be more respectful, right? But the Lord liked that because he was a natural devotee. He was like in a previous life Hanuman.
Mhm.
See, Hanuman, he liked that. He says, "Oh, I like this sporty, this chivalrous spirit." Otherwise, how is the Lord without reciprocation with those on an equal level? See, that's more of an equal level. Mukunda say, "What is this guy, arrogant guy? I'm going to defeat him now." See, that's Vrindavan mood. See, that's why the Lord didn't reveal himself yet. He wanted more of the Vrindavan mood. That's why some devotees they don't want to know anything about his little more reverent, people, in his his other part of his leelas, the Madhya Leela and the Anja Leela, where he revealed himself. A lot of people, no, I like this Nimai Pandit of Nadia thing. See, I like this very sportive relationship of like on an equal level even. See how Mukund is treating him like an equal. Oh, what is this? Maybe even like a little superior, like, oh, I'm going to defeat him today. So that's Vrindavan. It's that stuff is going on like that. That's how we get to know Vrindavan is through the Leela here. It's like closer. Yeah, it's more recent, so more fresh in our understanding. Uh, hmm. All right, so we'll chant a little bit for a little bit more. Matter of fact, I got to go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back. You can sit here and lead the chanting there, Shamaguri. I'll be right back.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama.
Krishna. Keep your microphone on. Is good. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. You can keep your microphone on. On.
You want me to chant with you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare,
Yeah, maybe
Hare
your microphone's popping a little bit. So yeah, put it on mute now. It pops. It goes pop, pop, pop. Thank you there, holding the space there. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. So, how am I going to defeat him today? Thought Mukunda. I know that he is well versed in grammar, so I shall question him on alankara, figures of speech, and I shall defeat him so thoroughly that he will never boast to me again. The debate began, and they plied each other with questions. The Lord defeated each of Mukunda's explanations. Then Mukunda suggested, grammars for small children. Only young students discuss these subjects. Rather, we should discuss figures of speech. Whatever you wish, replied Nimai. Mukunda quoted difficult and lofty slokas, one after another, asking questions on different aspects of figures of speech. The omnipotent Supreme Lord pointed out mistakes in every one of his compositions and smashed all his arguments. Mukunda was unable to establish any new points. Today, return to your house and please study your books properly, the Lord said smilingly. Tomorrow, if you wish, I will put you to the test again. Mukunda took the dust of the Lord's lotus feet and left thinking about this wonderful incident. It is not possible for a human being to possess such knowledge, thought Mukunda. He is well versed in all the scriptures and subjects. He is such a genius that it seems that there is not one thing he does not know. If only he were a devotee of Lord Krishna, then I would never leave his company for a moment. Thus the Lord of Vaikuntha enjoyed the mood of a scholar while roaming about Navadvip. On another occasion, he met Gadadhar, Pandit. The Lord grasped both of Gadadhar's hands and said, I heard you study logic. You must answer my questions before you leave. Gadadhar Pandit agreed, and the Lord began, Tell me about the nature of liberation. Gadadhar replied, According to knowledge he had gained from the books. The Lord said, Your explanations are not up to standard. Gadadhar insisted, According to the scriptures, liberation comes only after expiration of the extreme suffering. Nimai Pandit, the lord of Saraswati, the goddess of learning, pointed out discrepancies from various angles of Gadadhar's explanations. There was no one who could defeat the Lord, no one who could win in a debate with him. Gadadhar, you go home today, but tomorrow we shall meet again, and you will have another chance, said Nimai. However, Gadadhar could only think of escaping Nimai's association, and he offered due respect to Nimai, and he left quickly as possible. Nimai continued to roam about Navadvip with his students. Everyone recognized Nimai as an erudite scholar, and people in general were very respectful towards him. In the late afternoon, the Lord would sit in the midst of his students on the bank of the Ganga. Nothing in the cosmic creation could compare with his charm, for Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of wealth, continually worshipped him. Nothing in the cosmic creation could compare with his charm, for Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of wealth, continually worshipped him. Sri Sachinandana exclaimed the scriptures with all his students sat around him listening. Around the evening time, the Vaishnavas came and sat at a distance from the Lord, listening to his explanations, with mixed feelings of elation and depression. What is the benefit of possessing so much beauty and such vast learning if one does not worship Lord Krishna? Commented a devotee. I have to run away when I see him, lest he catch me and defeat me with his tricky questions. Said another, if he catches you, you cannot escape. He forces you. He forces you to stay as though he had the authority of some government official. Complained another. Nonetheless, his strength is so extraordinary, concluded one other devotee. That I think he must be some great personality, although he harasses us with tricky questions. Somehow I feel very pleased each time I see him. I have yet to meet anyone with his erudition. The only thing that disheartens me is that he does not worship Lord Krishna. The devotees sincerely prayed that Nimai would develop some attachment for the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. They prostrated themselves on the bank of the Ganga and petitioned the Lord on Nimai's behalf. O Lord Krishna, please allow the son of Sachi, of Jagannath Vishnu, to be always absorbed in you. Leaving aside his other pursuits, they prayed. Allow him to worship you always in loving devotion, and then we can all associate with him. Nimai thus received the blessings of the pure Vaishnava devotees. As the Supreme Personality of Godhead residing in everyone's heart, he knew the mentality of the devotees. See how exclusive it is? You know, the devotees only wanted to be around real devotees. Even the Lord he was acting, they somehow liked him, but it didn't seem to fit their picture of a devotee. See, non-devotees, they speak about other subjects other than devotion for Krishna. And so Lord Caitanya was like that. So, but they felt his energy. You know, it was like conflicting. It didn't make sense. Here we like to be around him, but externally he's preaching all these mundane things, astrologies and grammar and all kinds of scholarship stuff. See, so that's devotees. They want to be around. See, they said, so make him a devotee so that we can associate with him, because that's the way devotees are. They avoid bad company intimately. I mean, they were in a village, man. They had people, all kinds of people there. Yeah, most were considered non-devotees. That even the student community who was chanting Hare Krishna, they were considered no, they're not. They're they're not real devotees yet. They don't. Their devotion for God has not awakened. See, so they're the kind of on the levels of scholarship and stuff like that. So they didn't even want to associate intimately with them. See, they would sit amongst themselves. And see, just like in the Dhams, they're sitting amongst themselves in a whole Dham of thousands and thousands of people. See, Dham, it's a dome. See, Dham, dome. See, it protects the atmosphere. You know, it's like it's a dome. See, it protects the atmosphere. So, where these like-minded persons worship God. So, they were born in the material universe. Thank God they were. Otherwise, the Lord wouldn't be here. The Lord would not come here unless the devotees they come first. See, so the Lord came, and he came to uh, show the world that, you know, awaken our relationships with him. You know, and so he does. He shows these devotees. It got to be an example. You got to have an example of this kind of intimate relationship with the Lord. Otherwise, nobody knows. That's the whole problem now. Is in devotional service, people have more of a distant relationship. According the rules are a little bit in the way. Rules and regulations. It lacks intimacy. It makes things kind of like, well, I won't say boring. To a devotee, more boring. It's just rituals, you know, external stuff. They like the internal. Unless they do a ritual that awakens their devotion, okay, fine, no problem. You know, there's some pujaris that, you know, they could worship the deity like this with the flame and everything, and their heart is melting and the tears are coming to their eyes and all that. See, so that's. But there are also neophytes doing it, and they don't have quite in a way. It's more, you know, like awe and reverence, and they're just doing it. It's a procedure type thing. Ah, yeah. See, emotion, attachment. The Lord wanted to give this attachment to us. See, so, but this attachment has consequences. This attachment has symptoms. See, the devotees stayed amongst themselves mostly at first because people were doing what they do here. Often they're against the emotional attachment to the Lord in a more intimate way because it produces symptoms, these ecstatic symptoms of tears and ecstasy. They call love of God, love of Krishna, attachment to Krishna. What is, the Krishna is not some external rule. He's the rule of this attachment, this rule of love. See, that's the rule. That's the standard. See, ruler. What's your ruler? How are you measuring devotion in this world? How are you measuring Krishna consciousness in the world? See, so people measure through Vaidhi Bhakti, it's about 6 inches, kind of small. See? See, when you measure like this in the postgraduate, oh, the ruler. See, the ruler is bigger. See, there's more to it. There's more length and breadth to this devotional service. It's not just 6 inches, 12 inches. See, that means there's more to it. See, it's longer. It's got more depth, more height. See, than just being this big. It's this big. See. So it's juicier, yeah. We all want more, don't we? We always want more food. If we didn't get a bellyache, we would eat and eat and eat, right? I mean, if we all want more always. That's why every day every day I want my cup of coffee, man. Have enough, because if I could drink all the time and have the same enjoyment, it'd be great. But I can't. I would be like. But it'll come back, later I'll want some more. You think devotional fluid? See, that's our spiritual body is like that too. We develop attachment for Krishna. We want to eat to our fullest satisfaction of this relationship, to taste this intimacy by engaging in devotional practices. In engaging and hearing and chanting regularly so we can relish this relationship. But it's so intense also, it gives a taste, just like this. See, it gives a taste. So much so that tears come to the eyes, choking the voice. See, this is what I was talking about, giving a reason for this ecstasy. There's a rhyme and a reason and a method and a science to this. And it's great to have these intense devotional feelings engaging in intimate service with the Lord. It's the highest spiritual taste. See, people don't know what spiritual taste. What does that mean? I just go through the motions. Oh no! We're meant to taste this just like we taste this. Something we're drinking has a taste to it. Well, chanting also we do with the tongue has a certain taste to it, and when it's spontaneous devotional service, oh, it's very very luscious, very sweet, very juicy, to the point of feeling exuberant, so supremely jubilant. Yeah, I read the verse. The Lord came here to taste this emotional attachment that his intimate devotees have of Vrindavan, headed by Radha. And it's so sweet, it's so wonderful, it gives you an extreme jubilation to the point of tears, laughing, crying, choking up like this. See, whoever's doing these videos like Karuna or anybody else, you should be cutting these out and showing these teachings about this ecstasy also. In addition, give some support to some rhyme and reason for this ecstatic madness. That's what these books are doing. That's what your guru is doing here. Giving some reason, some science behind this transcendental madness. The Lord wanted this, so you also do like this more. Everybody, myself included. You want to put videos, don't just put me ecstatically chanting all the time. Put some talks about how glorious this ecstasy is so that people learn about it. The same thing, don't be just posting my things to new people who never seen this and they have no, like, what is this mad person here? See, you can, a lot of times we do this chanting first and then, but a lot of people, they don't even get past the chanting. You can, like, somebody can cut the videos and give the explanation first about these things too. So people have a heads up what's going to come. See? Yeah. So yeah, Krishna says, I'm the taste of water. Okay? And that's okay. Water is nice, mode of goodness. It's a little bit bland. I mean, that's why I put lemon in my water. Do you? I mean, I don't just drink water. Is kind of bland. It's mode of goodness. It's kind of austere, fasting. See, it's more of a Brahmin thing. I got to put a little lemon in there, man. Otherwise, it's boring to me. I'm not, like that level, of just like wanting to, mode of goodness, just straight water, just nothing in there, bland. It's like Prabhupada, they want to give him organic stuff, stuff with just the bland stuff, no salt in it. It's just, this is for horses, no taste in it. Even devotees, they want some, even on the material, they give me some taste in this food. That's only for yogis. They like that kind of stuff, man. Prabhupada, give me some, make a nice meal. See? Same thing with chanting. It's like, you give me a dry, holy name without the holiness, without the butter. It's like, hey, man, give it, Lord, man, I ain't going to just chant this dry name. What is this? I ain't going to give me any happiness. I want the juice. I want the taste awakened. And that you can only get by being around devotees who have that taste. See? That taste is good. That's my witness program. For my witness, this chanting is wonderful. It brings this intimate relationship with God is very sweet. It's so inspiring. Oh man, it purifies my heart. Oh, it gives me real understanding and intelligence. Right? Yeah. See, so it's like you gotta, how they have candlesticks? There's a candlestick. You put the candle on top of the candlestick. See, so it sticks. Not just, oh, look at the candle up there. Ooh, ah, yeah. You know, you think you're looking up there at this, Need the candlestick, the knowledge of devotion, the science of devotion. Isn't that nectar devotion? Is science of devotion. It's a science, spiritual science. Gadadhar, you should go home today. But tomorrow we shall meet again, and you will have another chance, said Nimai. However, Gadadhar could only think of escaping Nimai's association. He offered due respect to Nimai and left as quickly as possible. Nimai continued to roam about Navadweep with his students. It's the same thing with the preaching. People, we should have some people doing some service. I think a lot of people need to do some service. Keep your minds engaged a little bit. I don't know what you're doing, but people that can do it, you can transcribe these things, these words that were very important for people to go to the next platform. Give this preaching. Don't be just posting Prabhupada's preaching from way back when he's talking to neophytes and beginners. That preaching is different from this. You need to understand these words are now. This needs to increase. Otherwise, people don't have a foundation of how to make it from Vaidhi Bhakti of this external preaching where Prabhupada was getting going. See, that's preaching is according to time, place, and circumstance. Got to understand this, otherwise everything stays that way. That's why people say, "Oh no, just Prabhupada." They're, and that's fine, but that's their thing. That's not our thing here. We're here progressive preaching. Put up these, transcribe these videos like these kinds of talks here, and take these things and these sayings from these talks and put them up for people to read them. They need this kind of thing. Otherwise, it's this kind of devotional service will be lost. Nobody will have any foundation for it. They'll just see a few videos, of this ecstatic chanting and think it's crazy or something. But show there's knowledge behind here. There's information about it and its glories, stuff like that. So this would be yeah. So you guys on welfare, what are you doing, man? Do some of that. And Karuna, if you want to help me out, don't just be putting all these things. This is the sahaja side. You just want to put up the ecstasy and no foundation for it. No, I don't. I'm not into that. That's not enough of that. So transcribe these things and put these words out. See, the word is so important. By their word, ignorance is destroyed, right? Word. Where does it say? See, you need the ecstatic prema emanates and you need the words. Very important. By their word, ignorance is destroyed. What is some of the ignorance? Ignorance is this devotion is crazy. That's ignorant. Ignorance. You need to destroy that ignorance. Their words, you see, words are destroying that. You see, wow, that makes sense. Wow, that there is intelligence to that ecstasy. There is a reason for that. There is a reason why Lord Caitanya came and distributed this ecstatic devotion. See, these are in the words being preached here. So people transcribe these things and also, do some practical devotional service, especially if you're having some problems with your mind and stuff. Just do some transcribing, or those who have transcribed stuff. Post those things. Put a little picture on those things and post it. You can do some of that. See, post our preaching. Get behind this preaching now. Stay with this program, and you'll stay safe. You'll stay clear. You'll be increasingly enlivened by Prabhupada through the disciplic line, because this has his approval. So this is the current preaching now. This will help his disciples. Those who are on that level, that kind of preaching, the more that's all they can't take this. Okay, well, that's fine. Let them do that, and we'll do this. See, stay with this preaching. Make this, post the devotees preaching about this, what we're doing here in our sangha. See, focus. You get focused. Freddie, the living word needs to be heard. Yes. The pure knowledge will make you ecstatic. Yeah. And the ecstasy will give you a deeper understanding of that knowledge. And give you, and then you preach that ecstasy so that people can begin to understand it. That's how you get it. Knowledge has to mature into devotion. The knowledge will give you confidence and confidence, mainly that this is, oh yeah, it's going to this. We need this kind of preaching. Yeah. So we have a lot of people today watching. That's great. So everyone now recognize Nimai as an erudite scholar. I think I'm going to stop now. I got up extra early today, and yeah. Plus, my heart's going through stuff. I take a little break. You too? And she goes, yeah, me too. So we'll be back in a little bit here. So Hare Krishna, thank you for coming there, Shamaguri, and giving me
Thank you.
some support. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. And I apologize to the Vaishnavas if there's any offenses I committed or something. Yeah, help Govinda out there. Yeah. This was a great class. I feel like my heart was like going through stuff, it's kind of, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, help Govinda out there. Okay, we'll see you later, everybody. I was writing to a devotee and he told that I have no knowledge. And when I started, I put the verse from the books. What he had he told what he had knowledge. Yeah, yeah. That's another thing. It's not everybody will understand. See, not everybody will understand this knowledge because you got to get purified. But some will, some will. And, yeah, yeah, we just also get better at it. Okay, we'll see you later, huh? Wow, can you imagine? We have 27 people here watching. It's amazing. And I'm having a bad day. To me, this is a bad day. Everybody has to come when I'm going through stuff. Oh well. Amy, there we go. Oh good. I'm glad you came there. Yeah. Okay, so we'll end the stream here. Wow, 20, that's actually a record. 27 people. I've never remember seeing 27 people coming. That's amazing. All at once. So thank you for coming, everybody, wherever you come from. Even on my bad days, they're good. Okay, well, that's good. Oh, 5 viewing on YouTube. Oh, that's encouraging. Okay, should I go off? I'm going to read some Bhagavad Gita. I ain't going off yet. Yeah, take advantage of 27 people being here. Why not? I'm going to try it. I'm going to continue, try a little bit more. I'm going to just read a little Bhagavad Gita. Let's try that. I'll read chapter 10, one of my favorites, or 9. Chapter 9, Most Confidential Knowledge. Chapter 9 of Bhagavad Gita, Most Confidential Knowledge. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "My dear Arjuna, because you are never envious of me, I shall impart to you this most confidential knowledge and realization, knowing which you shall be relieved of the miseries of material existence." So you see how the word is related to getting us relieved of material existence. So we need to hear the preaching about the absolute truth. We need to hear the word. Just like by regular classes in Srimad Bhagavatam and by service to the pure devotee, all that's troublesome to the heart is eradicated. And then this bhakti, this attachment to the transcendental Lord, begins to awaken. See, so the word is important. We need that vibration of the word. I'm going off on the Gita. Yeah, I don't know how long I'll go, but yeah, I don't know. Just doing it anyway. This knowledge is the king of education, the most secret of all secrets. It is the purest knowledge, and because this knowledge is the king of education, The most secret of secrets, it is the purest knowledge because it gives direct perception of the self by realization. It is the perfection of religion, and it is everlasting and joyfully performed. Yeah, I think I need to go off, man. I can't. I can't. I don't think I can do it. Milk this one anymore. That's good. Okay, thank you everybody for coming. I'll come back when after my whatever's going on here. Hare Krishna, everybody.